What is heavy water? Why was it important to the Nazi nuclear program? And why, in the 1930s, was it being manufactured in quantity in Norway, Vemork, Norway, and nowhere else? In 1934, Norsk Hydro built the first commercial heavy water plant at Vemork, exploiting the huge amounts of available electricity. They became the first major producer of heavy water anywhere in the world. It wasn't long before French, German, American, and British nuclear scientists began vying for supplies of heavy water. Leif Hans Larsen Tronstad, later awarded the DSO and OBE, was a Norwegian scientist, intelligence officer, military organizer, and gifted leader. He was instrumental in the design and construction of the heavy water plant at Vemork. When Germany invaded Norway in 1940, Tronstad was a professor of chemistry at the Norwegian Institute of Technology at Trondheim. He was also an officer in the Norwegian army and a key organizer in the resistance against German occupation. Tronstad came up with his final plan to put the issue of heavy water to rest. With agreement and support from the SOE, he put Haukelid, who had remained in Telemark, in charge of a Norwegian assault team that he and Skinnerland were to raise from locals to stop the movement of the plant and heavy water to Germany. SOE and its Norwegians in London and Norway looked at many options. They concluded the best way to destroy the shipment, despite the expected Norwegian civilian casualties, was to attack the ferry that would carry the rail cars across Lake Tinn. Explosives were parachuted onto the Hardangervidda for Haukelid's team. They discovered the movement details of the train and managed to slip onto the ferry the night before it was due to sail with the Nazi rail cars. The designated time and place, the explosives blew, the ferry capsized and sank. The entire supply of heavy water and associated production equipment sank with the ferry to the bottom of Lake Tinn, along with 63 Norwegian men, women, and children. The heavy water war was over. Tronstad, Poulsen, Ronneburg, Haukelid, Skinnerland, and the rest of the Norwegian commandos from Linger Company had succeeded in preventing Hitler from developing an atomic weapon that could have changed the direction of World War II. No one was more instrumental in this process than Tronstad.